Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to a brand new video of Tokyo Ghoul Call to Exist. Now we're still in the early parts of waiting for this game to go ahead and release. However, right now, we got a full gameplay trailer of two different game modes in Survival and Deathmatch. I'm currently sick, so I didn't want to do too much of video stuff right now, but I figured I want to cover this and talk about the gameplay a little bit on the game before it comes out next week, because right now, it's a very big point of contention whether people are going to pick this up and make it an active part of what they play, because the issue is that it seems like online is going to be a big part of this game. So today I want to check out this game mode, see if it's actually worth even just getting competitive and trying it out in the first place, because it seems kind of weird so far. We don't really know Call to Exist and what it's all about just yet, but this is a good showcase of what that's going to end up being. Now, I haven't seen it yet. This is all blind. We're going to go through this for the first time on here and have a good time with it. So let's pop in. Oh, Call to Exist. We're less than a week away, and it feels weird to say that. Or no, a little bit more than a week, I think. But here we have, so there's 16 points in total with 5 minutes on the actual thing. You can see here, we have an OC being played as. Bottom left has 5 bars for a certain gauge, and a bunch of items on the ground as well. You can see here, Narukami is actually being used by one of the enemies here. So it seems like you almost want to, it reminds me a lot of Shinobi Strikers. That's, the biggest example I can find. I need to turn this down. The biggest example I can find is Shinobi Strikers. You can see this. They actually have, normal attacks right there as well. So you can see there's the range mode right here, which is, shooting people from afar and being able to knock them down. Narukami seems to be the best for that, but also turns into a sword whenever you're not using it like a ranged weapon, which is interesting. So is it going to be localized where it's CCG on one side and ghouls on the opposite side? You have to have the teams like that? So that'd be quite weird. But here we actually see some Orochi gameplay and his special here, which it looks like the specials are just a big knockaway attack and a good knockout, but most of the time you'll be using anything but that. Holy shit. Psycho's actually huge as well. And there is charge attacks, so that's good to know as well. Those charge attacks are actually very viable in the middle of combat as well. I like that Yato just shooting the Psycho from afar and just going for it. So this seems to be team deathmatch. You can see here they currently have tickets on the top of the screen. 14 for the ghouls right now and 10 for the CCG. This ghoul's about to die, so I wonder if we'll see. Yeah, okay. So one of the ghouls died and we lost 1 ticket. So this is gonna be get 16 kills. Oh my god. So you have to finish people on the ground before they revive. That ain't too bad. Quite interesting, honestly. And CCG also seems to have, soldiers with them, weirdly enough. So I guess it's kind of gonna be, those guys will drop items for the enemy team as well. And those are gonna be like minions almost when fighting. She mostly whiffed that, but ended up hitting anyway, so that's good. The Aogiri / Ghoul Squad also has, jobbers on their side as well. So it does seem quite interesting, honestly. You know what? I could see this actually being genuinely fun. It's a bit chaotic, because, everyone's using a bunch of just constant effects everywhere. There's wind, and then there's, purple slashes and glowing lens flares. Lightning everywhere. Why does Psycho's charge attack summon ice? That's so weird. This actually, wall running and everything, it reminds me a lot of, I don't want to say Guns, but, I'm kind of getting weird Guns vibes right now with, this team deathmatch stuff. It's actually really interesting. Yeah, you have to finish off every enemy and you get points for it. Interesting. You see, it goes down and everyone goes over to him and just starts fucking, wailing on his corpse. Just starts beating down on him. Oh my god. Dude, it's so scary when the entire enemy squad... See, for ghouls, finishing off the enemy would just be eating them. There's also a Rima I just noticed. Oh. So whenever you awaken, it actually makes you invulnerable, it seems. You get infinite meter as well. I noticed that with the Ayato right there, which is interesting. Because he was about to die, but he ended up using it just to be able to get out of it. There's also a double jump feature, and you can heal in the middle of combat using the items you find on the ground. Not too bad. I like this Hoji user. Hoji and just like a regular ass fucking Tsunagi. It's interesting. You know what? I actually totally don't mind that. That actually looks genuinely fun. The issue is, because of how just clusterfucky it always is at all times, I don't know how long that'll last and how long that will, like, keep people engaged. I'm curious, though. So there's actually another trailer that came out as well alongside this. I actually want to go over here. Yeah, okay. So we have another video here, which is the... I think this is a boss fight? So you can see it's going to be like a raid. Someone has the Arima Owl, we have someone with the Psycho, we have an actual Amon and an actual version of Akira here as well. Yo, Arima Owl on like a CAC though is quite cool. I like it. But yeah, so that's Akira special, weirdly enough. You have to finish off like the big bosses on the enemy squad, it seems. So this is just a survival game mode where you have to just beat down as many enemies as possible, I guess. Like, fight the bosses along the way and survive for 5 minutes straight. Not too bad. I don't know if, I like the Mogan. Big fan of that. Interesting. I like how there's like a Joker. Someone with like the suit and the green hair. I like it. Good stuff. Okay, yeah. This looks all right. It doesn't look that great, honestly. The issue is that there's not a lot of impact to what's happening. Oh, there's the big boss. Oh, there that goes. Okay, so he's using his dual blades, and he has that. But how does the boss fight? Is it just like she runs around and does big swings? You're jumping around too much. I don't actually understand what's happening. You're using specials on the boss, I get that. And she's dead now. Is that just it? Just like kill the big boss and you're good to go? Now I'm looking on the bottom right as well. You can see that there's actually like controls all available. So there's two different Quinque buttons. There's a jump button and there's also a trap button whenever you go to the second menu, as well as grenades. There's like explosives and there's flashbangs. Survival's looking a little bit rougher. I'm gonna be honest with you. Dude, okay, how are they gonna make like endgame Kaneki work inside that? Is he just gonna be huge and crazy? It's gonna be weird. Okay, so I want to go and look at this a little bit. So just to look at some of the smaller things inside here. So it just seems like this is gonna be, you have a room, fight as many enemies as spawn, and then kill a boss, and you're good to go, I guess. This is probably gonna be how you grind for XP and stuff. But I can see here, on the bottom right, you can see there's like Shinohara's attack button. There's a triangle, which I think is ranged button. And then there's also like a special you have equipped. So like this guy has 3 bullets on like a target, which it seems to be when he summons the spikes out of the ground. If we go and look at Akira's, this one has like a dash forward, it seems. I want to go look at Akira. So Akira's actual special seems to be like a grab and a stun. So I imagine people are going to have like strategies where you want to have one person that traps, one person that attacks, one person that heals, and such like that. It's curious. It seems all right, and all these prompts seem to change as they actually like pop up as time goes on. I'm seeing here though, like most of these are just heavy attacks going off. Here, I want to go see the other trailer as well to see if they have those. The bottom right doesn't actually have those items. Is it only in survival? Because I don't see anything down there. Actually, it's being covered. They covered it with a watermark for some reason. I see. But it's down there. That's definitely a part of this. I can see Psycho has like a little bomber attack there. So who else is there? This Ayato has like a little bit of a blast attack on there. This guy has the dash. This guy has like a twirl. Okay, yeah. So every single character has their own unique ability on top of actually having their regular attacks as well. So it does seem like there is depth to it. It does seem like it's going to be a very interesting game to play. My current stance on this is I'm going to be picking it up day one on PC because it is going to be coming out there. Wish the pre-order was up already, but unfortunately, thanks video games, Bandai's bad at that. But it's interesting. I think we're going to have very little in terms of longevity when it comes to the survival. I think that survival is only going to last for the first little while, but it's probably going to go away very, very quickly for a lot of people. This team deathmatch seems to be what would be the ultimate way of going about that. If they have a flag game mode like this, that would be the best case scenario. Because I feel like objectives are what make it a more competitive experience, and it'd be more fun to have those available. If they don't end up having that, I don't really know too much about it. This is just a deathmatch trailer, naturally. But it's very clusterfucky a lot of the time, so it's curious. But I'm going to be picking it up definitely day one and checking it out. And hell, I think it'll be a hell of a fun time. My issue is that it still looks like it's very basic, and honestly looks like a pretty... It's stylized, which is quite cool. But it'll be curious to see if this will last anywhere beyond the first month. Listen, if we make it from day one of Tokyo Ghoul Call to Exist's release to November 26th when Reinvoke comes out or like leaves, if we make it that length of time, which is roughly about like 2 weeks, without the game going below 10 players on Steam, that's a success, unfortunately, because of how this game has been marketed, how it's come out, and the current people that are going to be grabbing it. Even like dedicated fans aren't planning on grabbing this so far, which is unfortunate. But I'm going to grab this myself, test it out, try it out, and see what the game is all about when that happens. For now, though, I am hyped. I am excited for it. This definitely... It answered my questions toward what the game is. I just don't know if that's going to be a good enough answer for the longevity of a PS4 game. But we'll see for right now. Thanks for watching, everybody. Take it easy. But let me know if you guys have been picking up Call to Exist when it first comes out next week on the 18th, I believe? 16th? 18th? Something like that. When it does come out. I'll see you guys then. See you later, everybody.